Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to Nancy Drew Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Sup?
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
Oh?
You're not?
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resulting voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
Oh.
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me. Old Mother Nature is capable of some pretty scary stuff.
I'll let you get back to work.
Come back anytime.
Okay, I guess we should read the letter.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado. Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mind before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her and heard her and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
Okay, so what was the name inside the shoes? And does it somehow contain 8? Sadie Crawford. Crawford is 8 letters. Sadie Crawford. Let's see. Where did we need it?
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Okay.
Whoa! Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
What did the engineer say?
He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
There's no way Lori could have thrown the brake, unless she had someone else do it.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Okay. I guess we'll go do that. See Balducci.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
That's right. You can read it if you want.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look. I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Lori says she found this letter in a wastebasket.
Exactly where it belongs.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
Did you do anything else besides look for fingerprints?
Of course. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can ya?
Have you confronted John with your suspicions?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
You've been a big help.
Not a problem.
Okay. So, let's try this Crawford thing. Wherever it was that we needed the 8 letters for. It was over here somewhere, wasn't it? So... Oh, we don't have, C here. So it can't be Crawford. But... the question is... do we need it here?
I wonder if this has something to do with that list of cities Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Oh. Nice, Nancy. Okay. Calico, Silverado, Central City, Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. Calico, C-A... Calico. Okay. Silverado. Please don't reset. Calico, Silverado, Central City, Dodge City. Good. Central... Central... Can we do Central? Yeah? And then we had Dodge City. Dodge... Okay. And then we've got Virginia City and Tombstone. Virginia City and Tombstone.
Guess I'm done. Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
Yeah, and there just happened to be 8 of them. NVR ZDBAA. Am I supposed to make something out of them, or am I supposed to enter them like this into the thing? NVR ZDBAA. I'm going to write that down, just in case. Okay, that's written down. Let's go try it. Oh. So N V R Z D B A. Okay. That kind of spooked.
Jake's mine must be somewhere on this map, but where?
Yeah, that kind of spooked me. weird things happening. Can't interact with this anyway, in any way at the moment. So, what else did the letter say? First, you will need a map. Okay, this we did. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly. But to retrieve his name, you'll need to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. Oh, so inside those shoes, not the ones that we found. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you. Words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. Okay? Look inside Camille's dancing shoes. Well, we found Crawford was the maker of the shoes that we saw. But we also have these shoes over here.
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay.
Charlena and Lori had this big, huge argument, and you'll never guess why.
Lori called Charlena a hack.
No.
Charlena called Lori an airhead.
No.
Bess, she doesn't really want you to guess, okay? Tell us, Nan.
Well, it seems that Lori sent Charlena a bunch of story ideas, one of which Charlena used in her latest book without telling or paying Lori.
Charlena stole something Lori wrote? That's incredible. No, the fact that Lori wrote something that Charlena thought was worth stealing. That's what's incredible.
It makes me think that Lori may not be quite as dumb as she looks.
Yeah, better keep an eye on her, Nan.
Tino Balducci definitely has a thing for Lori Gerard.
Really? Ooh, I bet the tabloids would love to hear that.
What's more, I get the feeling Lori feels the same way about him.
You mean there's some kind of mutual attraction thing going on between them?
Something's going on between them. I'm not really sure what.
We'll find out. I mean, that's a mystery worth pursuing. To heck with this Jake Hurley stuff. You give up the possibility of finding gold for gossip, Bess? For gossip this good? Oh, yeah.
I discovered this cabinet full of old dolls in the caboose.
Old dolls make my skin crawl. Whose were they?
They belong to Jake's wife, Camille. Jake mentioned them in his letter to his niece.
They could have been Jake's, you know. I mean, they never had a child of their own, right? So maybe after Camille died, he went a little bonkers. Oh, Bess. Hey, I'm just trying to think outside the box here, okay? Something it wouldn't hurt you to do from time to time, little Miss No Imagination. You know, maybe I'll just put this paintbrush down, walk out that door, and let you do this all by yourself. No! You've got to keep painting. If I don't get this done by tomorrow, I'll be grounded for a month. I was just kidding about your imagination. It's wonderful. You're wonderful. Very, very wonderful.
That's more like it.
Hmm.
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read. But to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint.
Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the walls.
Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone and we'll get right on it.
Ah, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
Hey, there was other stuff to talk about.
How about a hint?
You bet.
Oh, geez.
There's a panel in the sleeping car that I'd like to open, but it's got a 4-digit tumbler lock on it. How can I get it open?
Maybe those 4 digits on the lock have something to do with the 4 words that Jake said Camille had taken with her to her grave.
But even after you figure out what they are, you're still gonna have to translate them into numbers somehow.
That sampler hanging in Camille's car translates images into numbers.
So maybe what you need to find is something that translates words into images.
Know what I'd do if I were you? I'd go to Camille's car and sample some reading material.
Okay, thanks a bunch.
You're welcome a bunch.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we haven't seen the grave yet. So... Oh, I can't move with this. No, I wanna look the other way. This way. Okay. Picture. And, send. Okay. So hopefully they'll get back to me at some point on that.
Yes? I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train but Camille. She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille, too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
We'll talk some more later.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
Okay. So, did they research it yet?
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me. Got the name of those dancing shoes yet?
Still working on it.
Okay.
How about a hint?
You bet.
Yeah, for this we need to go to Camille's grave, which I guess we can't do yet. We kinda know how to move the painting, but I haven't been able to get the number of the eagle onto the scale. I know what to do with the music. I know how to get the stove compartment open.
I still don't have all the gemstones I need. Help.
Try poking around in Jake's car.
Yeah, it might open up a whole new world.
Great. Thanks, guys.
We aimed please.
Bye.
Oh yeah, there was another gemstone in Jake's car. There's the one that's in the cigar thingy, and there's this one. Cigar clipper, I guess. So, are you still here? Yes, you are.
What's up?
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I'd packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints, and now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
That's ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Have you been in this room the whole time you've been on the train?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
Any truth to the rumor that your show's about to be canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Alright, so he's doing well. Nice to know. I guess let's go talk to some other people. Not a whole lot we can do while the train's still moving.
Hey, how's it going?
Tino found one of John Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray threw the emergency brake? Why would he do that?
Tino thinks it's because John's TV show is in danger of being canceled. But when I asked John, he told me his show was just picked up by a broadcast network.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your drift.
All right, all right.
Talk to you later.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Okay, so the thing here isn't open yet, is it? No, we need the dock as well as the square. And there wasn't anything else we could interact with in here, right? There's the phone. Oh, do we want to talk to the engineer?
Engineer,
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I talked to you before, very briefly.
you're not the one who pulled the emergency brake, are ya?
No.
Good. Because if you were, I'd have to come back there and throttle you. Old as this train is, it's a wonder it stayed on the tracks.
Is there any way that brake could have been activated accidentally?
You pull on the handle, the wheels lock. You don't pull on the handle, they don't lock. Did somebody pull on the handle by mistake? I guess it's possible, but if you ask me, anybody that stupid has no business being on a train, or anywhere else for that matter. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get back to work.
Okay. Nice talking to you too. I don't think there's anything else there that we can interact with. So, oh, Charlena.
More questions?
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those 2 friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
Okay.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other 2 simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
That's true. I mean, you've got this whole career of yours to consider, right? And you're kind of like a public figure.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller, although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
But why was his train found out in the middle of nowhere with just the dead engineer on board?
That does make the story a little more interesting. My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way. After which, the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
Okay, that makes sense.
What do you think happened to Camille?
She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
I'll touch bases with you later.
That would be nice.
Okay, so let's go talk to this Balducci guy. So that's the emergency brake. I don't think we want to mess with it. No. Let's not. That's probably like a game over kind of thing. Making the engineer super mad.
What's going on?
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
I'm a detective. You know how it is.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
Ooh, Is there a juicy story?
If you didn't want to dump her, why did you?
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
But you didn't stop caring.
No. Now take a powder. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Okay, okay. Let's see if we can fix this romance. Talk to Lori about it.
Yes?
Oh,
I'll come back later.
As soon as you figure it out, let me know.
that's too bad. So, we need to put the dolls in the correct order, but in order to do that, we need, dolls in an order, looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of the maker. Okay. So, are they done finding the name yet?
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command.
But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyantes. Chaussetoyantes. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Chaussette Chateauyantes. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
Apparently, Tino and Lori went out a couple of times, but he broke it off.
Why'd he break it off?
Because everybody told him dating her would hurt his credibility.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
It's cool that Balducci lets other people tell him who to date?
No, that the three of us know something that like maybe 4 other people in the whole country knows. You scooped the tabloids, Nancy.
Bess, calm down. You're slopping paint all over the phone.
Oh no, it still works, doesn't it? Hello? Nancy? You still there? Hello?
Yes, Bess, I'm still here.
Oh, thank goodness. So what other yummy things have you found out?
How about a hint?
You bet.
I still don't have all the gemstones I need. Help.
If you head into the dining car, you'll probably see the light.
As long as things are looking up, you will.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
No biggie. Take care.
You too. Bye.
See the light. Things are looking up. Chaussette Chateauyantes. So, where exactly do we need that at? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 dolls. Shimmering socks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Both of these have 11 letters to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, do we need to take like the first letter of each doll's name and make one of these words out of them? I know that one's name was Tina, and there was an Eliza as well. And what was the other doll called? Sickly something or other? Do I have to make a list of all the dolls' names that I am able to find? Maybe I'll just look this up in the walkthrough because it is something to do with the dolls' names. Because the dolls' names are kind of scattered in notes and different texts kind of all over the train. So yeah, it is something to do with them. Something to do with the first letter of each doll's name or something like that. So I think I'm going to end this episode here, and in between episodes I'll look up what exactly we need to actually. I guess I could stay here. Yeah, in between episodes I'll look up exactly what we need to do here. Which order we need to put these dolls in. And then we'll start the next episode by attempting to put them in the right order. But for now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.